What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Fight Lounge. On this episode, I will preview the upcoming Anthony Smith versus Alexander Gustafsson fight. Now, it has been a while since I have done a prediction video, but that's because I'm busy doing other stuff, and honestly, it doesn't get that much views. Now, I just hit the 100 subscriber mark, so I'm not worried about making any money soon. But it just kind of seemed like to be, worth my time, But if this does good views and there's a high demand, I'll do some more. If not, I'll keep making reaction videos and, stuff like that. Another thing that helped was before it was like each week, it was fight after fight after fight. And some weekends it was 2, even 3 events. So I either could do one prediction and miss 2 shows, or try to cram 3 predictions, for UFC boxing. It was just too much. Now, I'm not saying that the prediction videos are officially back. I do enjoy doing them. It makes me a lot more, informative about the product and about the fighters. So I really enjoy doing them. I just wish I had a little bit more views. All YouTubers can understand, and a little bit more time. Like I said, next week it is a UFC event, which is the one I'm talking about, and the Anthony Joshua event, which is a big boxing match. Thankfully, this UFC fight is happening at 1 p.m. while the Anthony Joshua fight is happening at 8. But when you have 2 and 3 events happen at the same time, either be 2 boxing, 1 MMA, or 2 MMA, 1 boxing, you don't have that much time to kind of look up and and do stuff. So like I said, I try to do a better job. If I don't do a prediction video, I just don't have the time. It's either that or versus me doing only 1 show and missing 2. I think I just won't do either of them, but I will do reaction videos to show that I am watching the fights. Anthony Smith versus Anthony Joshua is taking place in Sweden, and Alexander Gustafsson home country. It will be playing in the States around, the main card starts around 1 p.m. It'll be on ESPN Plus if you're on the West Coast. I guess it'll be like 11 a.m. I guess, something like that, but that's when the main card starts. And this is a UFC Fight Night. So if you have the ESPN Plus account, you're good. You don't have to pay for the pay-per-view. I really don't understand this matchup because both of these guys just recently lost to John Jones, and it wasn't even close. For Alexander Gustafsson, he has said that if I cannot beat Anthony Smith, then I don't have it no more. And I gotta agree with him. Gustafsson is past his prime, which is sad, man. That's one thing I might do in another video of, like, once a UFC star have this twice chance to win a championship, then their career just go downhill. Kind of like with Rashad Evans, kind of like with Anthony Rumble Johnson, and I don't know, that's pretty how unforgiving the sport of MMA is, but, to me, he's a young guy. Can he win at elite high level? Probably not, like I said, no respect to Anthony Smith, but in my eyes, he ain't elite, Any John Jones versus Anthony Smith previous show, I said if you had Ryan Bader, Rumble Johnson, Lachita, Vitor Belfort, if they were still all active in the UFC, and then Cormier at light heavyweight division, Anthony Smith would not have got that top shot. He just got pushed in the front line because so many other people retired, moved up, down division, or went to another MMA organization. I will have a Anthony Joshua preview / prediction video coming up. Like I said, this week off, there's no big major fight. I think there's a couple ESPN DAZN fights, but there's nothing big. No one's talking about it. and it's Memorial Day weekend, so I may not watch it, but yeah, this week off helps tremendously because I can, be prepared for this one, and then I be prepared for the UFC 238, I believe, or UFC 239. That's gonna be the big one. Main event by Henry Cejudo. So maybe this week off, I can prepare myself so I can knock out all these prediction videos, for the upcoming months. One thing that I don't agree that the UFC does and that the boxing does is, like I said, both these guys have lost a title. One lost it in December, another one lost it in March. And like I said, now it's June, July. Neither one of these guys should be anywhere near a world championship picture because they lost so one-sided. Like, it wasn't even close. If it was competitive, it was competitive like one round. Gustafsson got stopped in 3 rounds. Anthony Smith survived 5 rounds, and that's all he did. Bones was in no threat. The only Bones was threatened about is being DQ for throwing knee to Anthony Smith when he was grounded. But that's it. I think both these guys should not be fighting each other. I think these guys should fight the future of the light heavyweight division, like people who's ranked number 15 or ranked number 10. And tell them, like, hey, you had your chance. It's now time for the new crop of light heavyweights to fight. Now, I said this was actually Anthony Smith's first time at Top Shot, but for Gustafsson, this was his third. The first time was against Bones, second one against Darren Cormier, and third one happened in December 2018. So that's 3 chances, man. I gotta say, I think he deserves to go to the end line, let somebody else climb. Now, if he has like 3 spectacular knockouts, then you gotta give him the number 1 contender match. And again, that's why I spoke about earlier. Like, what's the gain if Alexander Gustafsson wins this match? To fight Bones a 3rd time, and for Anthony Smith, if he wins, does he make a quick turnaround fight for Bones, or does he get another 1 championship shot? Because when he fought Bones, there was nothing in that match that made me think, the next time these two fight, he'll give Bones a run for his money. Like I said, it was clearly one-sided. It wasn't even really close. So, and again, if you agree or disagree with me, just let me know in the comments. If I'm wrong about this matchup, just let me know. Of course, like I said, it's an interesting fight, so I will watch. But my prediction, I don't know, it's very, very tough because I think Gustafsson is past his prime. I think he needs to retire because he can't fight elite talent. However, I don't think Anthony Smith is elite talent. But for those of you who don't remember or don't know, back when Gustafsson fought Bones the first time, that very controversial fight, the UFC said, hey, that fight was so close that Gustafsson, we're gonna make you a star. We're gonna have you fight in your home country, Sweden. And they had him go against Rumble Johnson. Well, unfortunately for him, Anthony Rumble Johnson knocked him out. And so it was scheduled, Rumble versus John Jones. But unfortunately, John Jones had a hit and run accident. So then they switched it to Darren Cormier versus Rumble Johnson. So this will be the second time the UFC had Alexander Gustafsson main event in his home country of Sweden. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, and the first time, I never forget, the crowd was silent. The crowd was stunned because he almost beat the champion. And then to his very next match, get knocked out, it hurt his stock tremendously. But he bounced back and got a championship match against Cormier. But I don't think that happens again. I think Gustafsson beats Smith. Smith is tough, man. One thing I give him credit, like, he's tough against that Bones fight. I like guys with a cracked under pressure, especially getting kneed in the head. Cormier including, but a lot of guys will took that DQ victory. But shout out to Smith. He didn't. But I will say Alexander Gustafsson via unanimous decision. I think Gustafsson just wants to win. You know, I think he's gonna go in there, and Smith is pretty tall. You know, so I think Gustafsson will either be the same height or maybe a little bit taller. So he might have a reach advantage, but I think Gustafsson is going to do enough to win. Like I said, this is the second time that he main evented in his home country, and the first time everybody went home sad, you know, so he does not want a repeat of that. And so I think 5 rounds, he gets the job done. And if he do decide to quit, what better way to go out, you know, in front of his whole country, in front of his people. And that would do it for my prediction for UFC Sweden. You know, I have Gustafsson winning via unanimous decision, him doing enough just to get the W. You know, I just don't see a KO against Anthony Smith. But hey, I could be wrong. You know, so we just gotta wait and see. And like I said, the Anthony Joshua preview is coming up. You know, it might be 1 or 2 days after this. And yeah, that would do it. And again, if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, this podcast is available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and of course SoundCloud. And again, if you listen to this on YouTube, hey, like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. You know, I promise to give weekly content. You know, because sometimes there's just no news. You know, sometimes I can put up daily content, and sometimes I just gotta do like once a week. You know, but yeah, you know, if I get enough support, I will do more of these prediction videos. You know, I kind of want to do a post show, you know, like UFC 236 would have been perfect. Like that whole night was so crazy, you know, even with the Wilder knockout, you know. So if you guys want a post show, you know, I could possibly do that as well. But yeah, that would do it for this episode. I'll see you guys later. Peace.